Hey hustlers, welcome back to The Rich Hustle. My name is Anissa if you're new here, and if you're a regular hustler, then welcome back. Today we're going to be getting into how I created this graphic. This graphic is super cute. It's nice if you have a business and you just want to put an Instagram post or put it on your website to let people know, hey, tag us in your Instagram photos or your social media photos so that you can be featured on our page. This is a cute and fun way of being able to do that. I'm going to show you guys how I created this graphic in Photoshop. I'll also probably make another video showing how you can also do it in Canva, but for now we're going to show you how I did it in Photoshop. So if you want to know how I made this graphic, then stay tuned. Okay, so first we're going to start by creating a new area for us to make our graphic. So the regular size for Instagram is 1080 by 1080. I'm going to pick a black background, but you can pick whatever background color you're going to use. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to press create, and it's going to create the square for us to be able to make the graphic. Now I'm going to go and search for a pink background that I want to use. So I'm just going to type in pink background. You could put glitter background, any kind of background that you want, and you're going to look up the image for that on regular Google. Once we've downloaded our image, we're going to go ahead and drag it into Photoshop, and I'm just going to pull the arrows up just so that it can fill the entire square. We want no black to be showing. We want it to just fill the entire square, so we're just going to stretch that out. Once that's complete, now we're going to go into downloading our Polaroid. I'm going to be using a Polaroid. In order to find that, I'm just going to type in Polaroid PNG. You can do PNG is basically just where it's like a transparent background. So it doesn't have any white, any black. It'll just strictly be the Polaroid. And a trick to find those is like you can type it in. Sometimes it'll come up with the checkers where it looks like it's PNG, but usually the way that I easily am able to find them is the ones that are white backgrounds, and once you click on them, they turn into transparent backgrounds. So once I found that, then I'm just going to download it and drag it into my canvas area as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and move that over to the side and kind of play around with the direction that I want it to go. Once I've seen what the size and what direction I want it to go, then I'm just going to basically copy and paste this so that I can just have three Polaroids inside of the area that we're working on. Now it's time for us to go ahead and pick what images we want to put inside of the Polaroid. I'm going to be using this gorgeous pictures of one of my customers, Nolly. She had a photo shoot using our earrings, so I'm just going to use her images. So I'm just going to drag the image inside of the workspace that we have, and I'm just going to kind of situate how I want it to be. Basically, I want to place the image behind the Polaroid to make it look like it's an actual Polaroid. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to free transform, and I'm going to just move it around and situate it so that it fits nicely into the square. So I'm going to resize it. I'm going to move it around in different directions and just kind of play with it for it to fit inside of the Polaroid. Let me also just throw in order to find the free transform button, you can find that under the edit options on Photoshop. So now we're going to go into cleaning it up. So we see all of this extra white that's going outside of the Polaroid canvas. We don't want that. We want it to look clean and actually like it's in there. So we're going to go ahead and rasterize the photo, and we're going to just erase that extra white just so that it's clean and just nice and sharp and actually looks like it could be a real Polaroid. Now for the next steps, we're just going to be completing everything over again, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know those steps once again. You're going to be free transforming the Polaroids. So you're going to be dragging them around, resizing them, and also changing the direction and the shape that you want them to be in. In order to do that, you can find that under the edit button under free transform, and make sure that you have the correct Polaroid selected that you are wanting to alter at the moment. Then after that, you're going to be dragging your images in. You're going to then be cleaning up the images and the extra white outside of the Polaroid canvas. And in order to do that, we're just going to go to the erase button. Make sure that you have the image selected underneath the layer section, so that way we know that we're erasing the extra image space opposed to anything else. So just make sure that you have that selected, go in and clean it up, and that's what we're going to do now. Also, during this process, you may notice that when you drag the image inside of our workspace, it kind of goes all over all of the work we've already done, and it looks like it disappeared. Don't panic. Basically, all we have to do is go over on the right hand side in our layer section. We're just going to basically select them and drag them, up and down, and see how they situate the right way. I could have made it a lot easier. I did more work than I needed to. You could have easily titled which Polaroid is which and which image is which. But as you see, I'll just be dragging them up to see, how I want them to situate and make sure that everything lays the correct way. And that's basically it. You're just going to make sure that the Polaroids are placed on top of each other and stacking in the right directions and in the right order. Now that we have that complete, we're just going to go in and add our text now. You can pick whichever text font you want. Even if you don't have it downloaded on your Photoshop, you could just type in Google free fonts for Photoshop and you can download whatever font you want to make it your own. I'm going to use this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and situate how I want that to look. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we're basically now going to look for a cute blingy diamond heart. I thought that would be a cute little extra effect to the graphic. So I'm going to just go ahead and look up PNG diamond hearts. I couldn't find any that I thought was cute or that, you know, I really liked that had already the transparent background. But no worries, we can easily turn it into a transparent background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the left hand side and I'm going to go to my eraser tool. Under the eraser tool, you also have an option for magic erase. And what that does is it allows you to delete the backgrounds of images with just keeping, you know, just the heart, getting rid of all that extra white space. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and click on that extra white space and it's going to magically erase that and turn it into a transparent heart. So we're all set to go. And that's what we're going to do right now. Now we're just going to repeat the step and find us a nice PNG camera photo. Once we find that, we're just going to download it and do the same with putting it inside of our workspace using our free transform to size it and organize it the correct way. To add our finishing touches, we're going to add some more text. This time we're going to give them a CTA, a call to action on what we want them to do with this post. So we're going to write, tag us to be featured, along with adding our Instagram name on the Polaroid. I thought that would be super cute. You know how people usually write on the Polaroid border. So that's what we're going to do. But this time for our text, we're going to actually add some shadowing to give it a nice effect. And that's what we're going to do now. In order to add our drop shadow effect, we're just going to go in our layer section and we're going to double click on the selected text. And then you're going to get a pop-up that gives you all these different options on what you can do to your text. We're going to click on the drop shadow effect and we're just going to go in and change how we want it to look as far as the opacity and also the distance of the shadowing. To wrap everything up, we're going to go ahead and add that Instagram name that we talked about. We're going to change up the color to black and also change the font to a nice cursive writing. Take our free transform again under the edit button and we're going to situate it and size it so that it fits nicely on the strip of the Polaroid, and that wraps up everything. Alrighty, hustlers, that wraps up our video today. We just got into how you can make graphics using Photoshop. These graphics are perfect for Instagram or even your website. If you have any comments or concerns, feel free to drop them down below. We're going to leave all of our information in our description box. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and share with a friend if you like. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.